So we can welcome over YouTube at this point and say hello YouTube, welcome back to RimWorld. We're just getting started. What was Kenzie doing there? Oh, it was... Wait, what was I putting here? That's what we were doing last time. We were just shoring up our power because we want more turrets. Bunch more batteries, a couple more solar generators. It might be worth bunging a thermal generator like there, just cordon it off and have a power cable running. The more I mention that, the more I'm thinking, yeah, you know what, we could probably do that. Just to have like no power problems for the rest of the thing. We do need a crap ton of steel for it though. Maybe I should wait until we have like a steady stream of steel with that deep drill thingy. What was stopping us building the drill again? The thing that lets me detect whatever it's called. Hang on, I'm blanking on the name. The ground penetrating scanner. That's what we needed. Why was I not building that? Thank you, Giggles, for days. For the bits. May I have cream carpet, sir? I don't know if I have any cotton. Let me just check if I have any cotton in storage. Is that cotton? No. Cotton's like super bright, right? You're going to have to wait till this gets harvested, but if you remind me again, if I forget, by the time this is harvested, I will do that then. Because there's nothing else to do with it. So, where was that deep ground penetrating scanner dealie? Ground penetrating scanner. Wasn't there something else I needed that was like blocking my progress? Didn't I need gold or something? Chat, you need to help me remember. This is what I get for only playing RimWorld once a week now. Or did I already start building this? Because I can build this. I can build the advanced components. Because we need to scan and then you build the drills. So maybe it's the drills themselves that need the gold. No, it's just components as well. This seems perfectly doable. Why was I not doing it? Was I waiting until the power was done? We're going to need more components regardless, so... There must have been a reason I was holding off. While we have the steel, I should probably do the stuff that requires steel. We're going to need to build a little room for it though. Downward facing penetrating radar combined with sonar, magnetic images allows you to detect but not identify minerals buried deep under the surface. Requires a huge amount of electricity. That's probably why I was waiting. Maybe I could just put a roof over it. Yeah, I will put a wall. And we need a standing lamp. Alright. Oh, the gold was for the advanced components. Maybe that's what it was. Well, they'll still put aside the steel, and I'd like to have that... My mic is off center. I'd like to have that kind of earmarked so I know not to use it for anything else, and also just to look around for any other steel I may have missed. But yeah, I think you're right. That's probably what it was. Thank you. Who else is enjoying a good cup of tea? That's how I end the streams. Especially if I've been talking a lot, go downstairs, let the dog out, make a cup of tea. And during tabletop stuff I talk a lot, and during RimWorld I talk a lot. Sometimes the play-by-plays are not super duper interesting. I think I was in the middle of checking up here to see if there was any steel hidden. Yeah, advanced components was the thing. That was the new issue. The real question is, what kind of tea are you enjoying? Because there's many types, and if it's any kind of fruit-based tea, you lose. Hello, Mad Lager. Iced tea? That's Not for me, but it's fine. That's probably enough shells as well. So we're going to suspend that for now because that's just a waste of steel. Steel is a sort of issue. Instead of just giving me raid after raid of 10 plus raiders, could they maybe like make robots attack me again for the first time in forever? Not because they're fun to fight, but because they give me something useful. Raiders just make me waste resources. Black with a touch of sugar. That's how my gran used to take her tea. You drink about 2 kettles worth a day. Now that's way beyond me. I have at max 2 cups of tea a day. 1 at least, because I always have 1 first thing in the morning. And I always do it in reverse, because my favourite type of tea is called... It's Scottish blend or Scottish something. It's a Scottish tea that quote unquote is better tasting with Scottish water, which is probably BS, but it's a really, really nice tea. And I have that first thing in the morning. I also took a fancy to English breakfast tea, but because I'm set in my ways and have the Scottish tea in the morning, I have English breakfast tea after the stream, which is at 10:30 at night. So I do it in reverse, but sometimes that makes it more exciting. And I used to just be a Tetley's man. Just had Tetley's tea once or twice a day. When I got the house, I kind of branched out. I think I mentioned back when I got the house, but the bank I got the mortgage with, they sent me a gift hamper, and in the gift hamper was some Yorkshire tea, which as it turns out, didn't really like that much, but that kind of encouraged me to branch out a little bit. Hello, Steel Supply. And sample some other types, and that's how I found that Scottish stuff. Hello, fun time. But we're not here to talk about stereotypical British things, like some kind of British nerd. I'm still saving the Titans conversation until I'm playing Isaac on Monday, because I feel like I might need to pay more attention to RimWorld if we get like raided or something. Whereas Isaac... Oh, Lord Cyclone got... food poisoning because of incompetent cook. Which one of my chefs is not got a good skill? 'Cause this, where are we? Cooking. You're all okay. I guess a 4 is probably low enough to imply that you get sick. The kitchen in general is also disgusting. So yeah, I'm still saving the Titans conversation because I want to do it during Isaac, because I can basically play Isaac passively if I want to, whereas I'm kind of having to pay attention to what I'm doing in RimWorld because it's all kind of still new to me. But what I have been watching, I've been watching 2 things on Netflix, kind of on and off. I got distracted by Titans, but they're not like something with a proper story, it's reality TV. I don't know if you want to hear me yammer about reality TV, which is why I hadn't mentioned I'd been watching either thing until now. All Brits look down on Twinings? What? That's not true. Like, Twinings is super big here. There's about 1 billion different blends of it in the supermarket. In fact, the English breakfast tea I'm having is the Twinings branded one, I think. I don't even remember. In fact, yeah, I'm almost certain it's their brand. I just looked at the type of tea, not the branding. I'm going to have to double check that, but I can't do that until after the stream. Well, the first thing I started watching, because I saw that Netflix had a few seasons of it, was American Dragon's Den, which is called Shark Tank. They have, like, its 3 most recent seasons. I saw Shark Tank before because there was a bunch of episodes of it on YouTube years ago, before they cracked down on that kind of uploads. And I got onto that because I watched Canadian Dragon's Den on YouTube first. And then it was like, oh, did you know there's an American version, but it's not called Dragon's Den, it's called Shark Tank? So I watched like the first few seasons on there, and I've seen most except like the most recent ones when I stopped watching television. Dragon's Den, the UK version. And it pretty much hasn't changed since I remember last watching it. It's still definitely the worst version of the Dragon's Den format, because it's so overproduced and fake. It's the most entertainment product one and the least about actual business of the lot of them. Like the Canadian one, Canadian's Dragon's Den, that's kind of like Shark Tank Light. It's a bit more about the business. Because they're all Canadian, they have a lot more goofballs on because Canadians are fucking weird. And that's kind of, that's okay because they have the proper business ones as well. And then if you want, like if you like Shark Tank or Canadian Dragon Den, you wouldn't be able to sit through the British one because the British one is slow and boring and much more about actual business. They still try to make it an entertainment program, but it's by British standards and we're very boring. So if it's still probably like there's probably still reshoots and all that they always do in these type of things, but they're not as apparent or abhorrent as in Shark Tank, where it looks all fake. I think I remember the last season I saw on YouTube of it was when the investors were doing plugs for some shitty phone, and actors they are not. I don't even remember what type of phone it was or what feature of a phone, but it was very clearly product placement. And they did like 3 or 4 through the season and it was sickening. I was also unhappy to see that one of the Shark Tank ladies, the QVC lady, who... I distinctly remember getting angry about this when I saw the first seasons. She doesn't know how to say ingenuity. She says ungenuity. Ungenuity is not a word. And I'm very surprised after 8, 9 and 10 seasons, no one's taken her to one side and said, you realise you're saying this wrong, right? That's not a word. So she still says it wrong, and it drives me mad. It's like, oh yeah, you've got a lot of great ingenuity. What? That's not a word. Are you doing it on purpose? Is it a branding thing? And she does it every time. And it's infuriating. I mean, they're all colossal assholes because you have to be rich. Well, to succeed and be rich via business. I'm sure there's nice people who've won the lottery, but if you've succeeded in business, congratulations, you're an asshole. So they're all assholes, but just the little things like that bug me much more than someone just being an asshole. I also I wanted to check. There was a lot of guest stars in season 9 and 10, and I was curious who one of them was. So I was looking up the wiki page, and I wasn't surprised to see like the ratings for the show has just been going down and down and down every season. I think they've probably done that to themselves because in the later seasons they do this thing that I feel like the producers of the program should just say, hey, don't do this. Where they'll say, here's my offer, accept it right now without hearing any of your other options or I'll go out. That's a terrible, terrible thing to do to make an entertainment program, and if you trick someone into making a on-the-spot decision like that, they're just going to change their mind during due diligence. That's very hard to say unless you parse yourself first. Due diligence, because they don't like the handshake in the TV program. It's not a contractual agreement. That's what all the blurbs at the end of all these programs say. There's a state they enter, I'm not going to try and say it again, but those words I just said, in which they make sure that everything that's been said is true, and you get one final chance before signing a contract to say, actually, I've changed my mind. If you try and screw with someone who's come on and trick them into agreeing to giving away too much by saying, hey, accept my offer now or I'm out, and they're the best fit, they're just going to say no, and then you just ruin their life because you're an asshole. Shark Tank is just a punchline in the US now. I'm not surprised to hear that. What I did like though is in this season it had a bunch of guest people on. They had Richard Branson on, who is British. He owns Virgin everything, Virgin Mobile, etc. He is much richer than all of them combined. He lives on an island that he owns, and he just treats it with the kind of like smug contempt you would expect a British person to treat Americans with, and it was wonderful. Like he threw water in one of their faces when he was being an asshole. One of the people pitching mentioned guns and he said, excuse me, I'm British, what's a gun? It's just, he treated it just so sarcastically and it was fantastic. Also, he just kept on giving his money away. He was like, yeah, I'm going to take this proportion portion of your company, but my profits are going to go to charity. Here, take the money. It was just, he just wiped the floor with them, and it was hilarious. So anyway, no, I would not recommend watching it. I watch it mostly because I was curious if it changed at all since the first few seasons I saw. It did not change for the better. I saw some products I was interested in, believe it or not. There was people in who had like filet mignon beef jerky, and I was like, hell yeah, I'll have that. So I found their website. They don't ship outside the US. So no, I will not be having that. Oh, there was another one as well, and I can't remember what it was. It was some kind of like high fiber thing. I thought, oh, that may be good if I wanted to quell my IBS symptoms. Didn't ship outside the US either. Or maybe they did and it was super expensive. One was super expensive if you wanted it outside the US, and one just didn't. But if you have UK Netflix, I don't know if they're on the American one. They're there. Not recommended unless you just want trash television. Like truly, truly bottom of the barrel trash. Entirely, largely fake, quote-unquote business program. If you can find any of the episodes of the British one on YouTube, I'd say give them a go. If you're interested in like actually hearing people talking through business things. Although there is still the stereotype of the crazy British inventor, so there's a lot of that, which might annoy you, which I wouldn't be surprised, or I wouldn't hold it against you if you find like crazy British inventors coming on and asking for too much, a recurring annoyance. So anyway, the other thing I started watching, because I finished all the seasons of Shark Tank they had on there, I skipped through a lot of them, because I just want to skip to seeing what deal they take, because I'm not interested in the fluff. So it did not take me long to get through 3 seasons. I wouldn't be surprised if collectively I watched like 5 hours. So I started, and this is the first time I've ever watched this, and I think there's a British version as well. I watched the first season, well, it's like season 13, but it's the first season that Netflix has, of Hell's Kitchen, which is Gordon Ramsay saying fuck it people for 13 weeks, I believe. I think that's the premise of the show. And I think there's a British version, but this is the American season 13, 14, whatever it is. And it's exceptionally bad. It is truly awful. Gordon Ramsay is a prick, it's worth pointing out. But it also feels like every single person that is on the show is a prick. And that none of them can cook, even though they're vying for like a head chef position, which doesn't seem right to me. They seem to cook the same dishes every night, so it feels like any inability to cook is overly exaggerated and fake. I want them all to die in a kitchen fire. The prize is a lie? What is the actual prize? Because he keeps on saying it's head chef. Let's bring in some meat while I'm yammering about reality TV trash. Incidentally, Gordon Ramsay acts like a prick, and he obviously very clearly plays up shouting and swearing at them because that's what people expect, because that's the character he puts forward. You can tell when he's with them in other moments that he's acting like a normal human being. Wow, they want 3 bionic hearts. No thank you. But it's the YouTuber conundrum. It's if you can put forward any persona you want, why put forward one of being a colossal prick? If he shouted in my face like that, I'd punch him. I'm surprised, given that he's dealing with Americans, that none of them have. In fact, well, there's been a bunch of seasons. Has anyone hit him yet? Because I'd watch that, because he definitely deserves it. Well, that character he's putting forward in Hell's Kitchen is the exact same character he did in that one where he goes into restaurants and then tells them to change their business model, and then they don't. I can't remember what it's called. What was that called, that one? All I can think of is the Mitchell and Webb sketch where they make fun of it. Kitchen Nightmares, yes. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I've never seen the American version of Kitchen Nightmares. I've only seen the British one, I think. The British one was the one where he found the pirate-themed restaurant, right? And then he turned them around and kind of changed their business model and they were doing well. And then he went back a few months later and they were like, yeah, we just really like the pirate thing. So they just went back to all their old menus. Just they really like pirates. Just whatever. Well, pirates are cool, but a family restaurant maybe, but this wasn't a specific, like, bring your kids to a pirate-themed restaurant. They just like dressing up as pirates. I think it was a sex thing. Oh, we've made components. How much steel are we rocking now? We went back up to 500, and there's still some more here to mine, so that's good. To briefly talk about the game again, I want to finish getting this uranium as well. Oh, yeah, Mitch and Webb's holistic A&E sketch is also exceptionally good. I mean, that show had a crap ton of fantastic sketches. And all of them were on YouTube, because I've been finding like some of them that I've been talking about and showing Discord back when I was rewatching it. Thank you, Flying Racer, for 5 months in a row. Hello to you too. I did see you there. Also, I assume when like the American Hell's Kitchen aired on television, they censored it, right? Because I think Americans have a much bigger hang-up about swearing on TV than we do here. So I was very surprised that they have all these interviews with the contestants and they're swearing like sailors as well. I'm like, no way did this air on American television like this. They censored it. Okay, they beeped all the Fs. That's not a surprise. Well, in the Netflix version, for the record, it's all uncensored. Maybe that's why he says fuck so much then, because if in the American version, it's like sometimes a swear word being censored is funnier than the swear word. So maybe that's why he's doing that. That's giving him too much credit. He just likes getting off on being an asshole, honestly. As if like being a chef is some kind of like noteworthy thing. Like there's a guy in this season I'm watching who's well, he got kicked out, but when he was on it, his backstory was he was the head chef for a retirement home, and Gordon Ramsay just constantly takes the piss out of him for cooking for old people. It's like, he's doing what you're doing. You're no better than him. Well, I guess the quality of the ingredients and food you're using might be, but you're both essentially doing the same job. You're both just chefs. So stop treating him like shit. Why do Brits know Scooby-Doo references so well? Yeah, Scooby-Doo was shown here. Visitors from the Green Mesa. They're pretty much the only people who moderately like me. I don't see anybody with things for sale. They just want to hang out? It's weird. Being a good chef takes a lot of skill. I disagree. To be a good chef, you just add copious amounts of butter. And as long as you're cooking the same dish as someone on the like street corner restaurant, it's the same. Me not being able to cook is irrelevant. Actually, if anything, doesn't that mean my opinion is more valuable because that means I've eaten food prepared by other people for longer? Oh yeah, carpet. You wanted cream, right? Cream. Yes, okay. No, wait. I don't do the doors. It means I have a skewed view on how hard it is to make food. Nope. So anyway, Kitchen Nightmares is terrible, but I'll probably still watch the end of the season I'm watching. If you want a cooking thing that's much better, watch the Great British Bake Off, if that's still on Netflix. That's just home bakers making cakes, and it's all very quaint and wonderful. No artificial drama, no swearing. Well, there was swearing one time when someone accidentally cut their finger off, but that was a genuine accident. How is your brain scar? Still affecting you, because we don't have a bionic brain. Because advanced components are needed elsewhere. Okay, they didn't cut their finger off, but they said there was bone. I think if I remember rightly, the thing is he cut himself and he didn't realise how badly he'd cut himself, and then he put on a latex glove, and only after he, like 10 minutes later, went to take the glove off, there was a big pool of blood, because he didn't realise the glove was filling up with blood. That's the only bit of drama in all the seasons of the Great British Bake Off. And second in the drama list would be one time someone's cake fell on the floor. That's how serious it gets. Wow, that did not take long. Got all this steel now? We did. So the steel we have now is all we've got to live on. 866. Was it that these needed gold? Yeah. Tiny splattering of gold. One time somebody stole somebody else's ice cream. It was custard, wasn't it? I think I remember that. The old lady stole it from the guy with who could talk. Well, he could do fantastic art with food, but he talked real weird. I remember that. It was custard. Actually, to go back to Hell's Kitchen quite quickly, there's a lot of artificial drama created by the producers feeding information to Ramsay when he's doing the interviews with them at the end. So one of them, he burnt some rice or something like that, so he borrowed the leftovers of someone else's, and that would have been the end of it, but because it was on camera, you just know that the producer is going to tell him that happened. So when it comes to looking at the dishes, it's like, that's weird, these dishes look exactly the same. Why is that? It's like Hell's Kitchen is the least focused cooking program I've ever seen in terms of like how much cooking there is. It's all just drama and then tasks that are designed just so Gordon Ramsay can laugh at them. Like when they were jumping around in ice water to get fish heads, it just kept on cutting to him laughing at them, like Dance Monkeys Dance. It's terrible. Never steal a Brit's custard. I'm disappointed that the new version of the Great British Bake Off is not on Netflix. Or the version that went to Channel 4 isn't either. I don't like that Mel and Sue didn't stick with the Great British Bake Off equivalent that the BBC made themselves. I feel like as far as comedy dual presenters go, they're the... Like, you could have too much of them for sure, like Ant and Dec. But you'd have to get a lot of them to get to that point where you're sick of them. Because they're just kind of nice people. Great British Bake Off is what I said. Not Black Orgy. Thank you, Rash, for the bits. Sorry, I forgot to get around to going back to that. What did they go on to do? Have they done anything else? Because I don't watch actual television, so I have no idea. Like, could they not do it because they went to do another program, or did they just not do it by choice? They didn't die or anything, did they? It's the thing with a double act, if one of them die, that's them done. One of them is doing some game show hosting? Ugh. Not for me then. Hello Molinor, hello that word 22. Oh, I did hear about the terrible reboot of the Generations game, yeah. Well, they filmed like 4 episodes and only aired 2 because they were bad. Or that bad, I should say. Right, we built those 4 batteries and they're still all full, so... Oh, and we got those done too. Power's not going to be an issue, we don't really need that, unless I bung in 10 more turrets, I suppose. Maybe put another uranium one here. That needs components though, how many was that? 6 components, and I have enough. Probably don't want to put it there in case it explodes. There would be a better choice. Again though, I think putting these out here just means that the AI is going to just be stupid and go for the turrets rather than, say, if I have everybody lined up here shooting at them. I can use that to my advantage, but... yeah. What would my subject be on Mastermind? I don't know enough about anything to get on Mastermind. Monster Hunter? Maybe? Though even then, hell no. Because they get super specific with their questions. Then they have to stop people who wanted to get on it from picking Harry Potter as their specialist topic because they just got so many people who wanted to do that. Alright, so she just crash landed. Angel Wu. Industrial orphan, incapable of being smart or cooking. Oh, we should name you Gordon Ramsay. Jealous and chemical interest. Ugh. I don't have any chemicals. Good construction and good crafting, though. Save her, Don Tombury. Oh, the Jim Davidson one was pretty bad as well. No, not the person who made Garfield. He pretty much disappeared from British television because he is a stand-up comedian, and when he was on the Generation game it was kind of like family friendly, but his actual stand-up shows were very racist and very homophobic. So he pretty much went back to... where is it he was from? Was it Manchester? Garfield's Generation games would air 6 days a week, not Mondays. Oh yeah, he did do a lot of pantomimes as well. Americans don't know what pantomimes are. Panto season. It's Christmas. Gotta go to a panto at Christmas. Pantomimes are live action shows you go to the theatre to see, like Aladdin and Sleeping Beauty and Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs all recreated on stage with a dame, which is a man in drag. It's a very British thing. Surprised at how little events we've had here. Guarded by 5 enemies, AI Persona Core, meh. And we ain't doing the bionic brains because I can't make them. We call it children's theatre. It is meant for adults as well though, like there's usually a few jokes slipped in that kids wouldn't get. Oh, she's no longer incapable of walking, so you're just in my team? Where are you? Oh, there you are. Will she just get sent back to the people if I just let her go? Because I kinda don't want her. Thanks to her being a chemical addict and dumb. I'll treat her, sure. That I don't mind. Oh, you Vice President and Science are eating a meal together in front of a TV. How very British of you. How many meals do we have? 134. Not bad. How much is Twitch Prime a month? Twitch Prime is free if you have Amazon Prime. And if you meant like how much is a subscription, $4.99, and then there's 2 higher tiers, but all you get for them is additional emotes, and the streamer gets a higher split of the amount you pay. Hello, Roro. Oh, I remember the other thing I was going to mention outside of Netflix stuff. I've been putting it off, but given that a few of them are almost out, I had to spend a lot of money today just getting my next set of games I'm interested in playing, either on the stream or just in general. Hello, Spherical. So, yes, I am pre-ordering lots of things, but at the same time, I know I'm playing them, and I hopefully can make my money back by playing them as part of a business thing. So, pre-ordered Kingdom Hearts 3. Still not 100% sure I'll be playing that on stream. I might play it like once and then see how people react. Yes, Resident Evil 2 was the other thing. Do you know there's a special edition for Resident Evil 2 that comes with barely anything, and they tried to charge £250 or something ridiculous for it? I didn't get that, obviously, because I'm not stupid. But they're like, if the special edition was like 150 tops, but it was 200 and something. And for like a figure and a book. Oh, the keys. Yeah, that's the other thing it came with. It's ridiculous. So as part of the moment thing that I also picked up just before the stream started is today's daily deal on Chrono.gg is Ni no Kunai 2. And I think I remember somebody suggesting I might like that, and the deal was 50% off. Get it for like £20 tops. It's in dollars, but I mean converted. It's like, okay, I'll give that a try. Again, that may be something I just try in my own time, or I might try it on stream once, and then I'll just play it in my own time after that. Because the second one, unlike the first one, is more action RPG-ish. So I thought, oh, that looks kind of interesting. It's mostly positive on Steam. So I thought, why not? The other slightly more controversial choice I made was that I looked into some more footage from Anthem, which is you know, the Destiny clone getting brought out by EA and BioWare, but you know, it's always quote-unquote BioWare because BioWare is dead. And I watched some more footage of it. I watched it being played, and the go-to
for you.
Thank you, Sias, for gifting a subscription to Dual Axe Wielder. Enjoy my emotes courtesy of Sias for a month. The easy go-to comparison is Destiny, because Destiny is what they're ripping off, obviously. However, I think it is doing it a bit of a disservice to call it a Destiny clone, because it doesn't look nearly as bad as Destiny is. What it reminded me of, at least when I was watching some cooperative multiplayer, is just the way you can kind of, like, if you imagine that they couldn't fly and they were just kind of moving around and you weren't in an Iron Man suit, you were just a guy on the ground. It kind of reminded me of Phantasy Star Online, which was a little addiction of mine back in the Dreamcast days. I can't really put into words why I got that vibe from it. It might just be like the color palettes, the fact that it looks like you can do stuff, unlike in Destiny where you can, like, all the characters feel the same and stale. So, like, looking at it like that, it looked far more entertaining. Mind-numbing and grindy, yes, because it's a Destiny clone, so of course it's going to be grindy and, you know, bullet spongy, etc. But the actual play-by-play gameplay kind of appealed to me. So I decided to pre-order that as well. So I'll be trying the quote-unquote special VIP demo for pre-ordering it on, I think it's January 25th it launches, the demo, for 2 whole days, so it's probably a Friday. Phantasy Star must have been one of the first online multiplayer games. Oh, the original Xbox was out before that, wasn't it? I'm getting my timeline wrong. Oh no, that said, I was playing Phantasy Star Online on a 56k modem. Definitely one of the first console multiplayer games I played online. Because I was playing Final Fantasy XI on PC before that, I think. But yeah, I was playing on a 56k connection for sure. There's something millennials won't be able to fathom. Yeah, Dreamcast. It was Phantasy Star Online on the Dreamcast, and then they brought out the like 1.5 patch, but that you had to buy the game again, and it had a bunch of, it was basically the equivalent of a Monster Hunter game adding G rank. God, I love playing Phantasy Star Online back in the day. So honestly, as far as Anthem goes, from what I watched, and I watched like a collective 40 minutes of gameplay trailers and stuff, like, not like, here's the story mode and stuff, here's just like someone playing the game, here's someone playing the game co-op, here's some of the suits you can use. It looked okay. It looked quite fun, the movement looked fun, the abilities looked fun, the guns were a little dry, but that's Destiny's problem as well, but Anthem seems to try and make up for it by you being Iron Man and having special powers. And I like that you could just fly around and look for stuff freely. They'd have to try very, very hard to have a story that's worse than Destiny's. So I'm looking at it as a kind of a mind-numbing thing equivalent to Borderlands. Hopefully not as offensively bland as Destiny 1 and 2 are. But even the world looks more interesting. So again, that could be something that we just try once on stream. If stream doesn't like it, I'll play it in my own time. I don't mind playing a grindy thing by myself. Because you know why I like grindy things? Because it's a chance to like just turn your brain off. And I welcome that. Another quote from The Simpsons of Homer saying, "Shut up, brain, or I'll stab you with a Q-tip." I'm like that sometimes. Did the Dreamcast have a standard internet connectivity? It had a space for you to put a wire to get into your internet connection, yeah? If that's what you mean. 56k. Broadband did not exist. Thanks, Brain. Is there anything I can do to repair you? Yeah, just don't hit your head on the way out. And then he does and says, "Dull." Bet you didn't see that one coming. I think you had to have a disc as well to go online with the Dreamcast. I've still got it in the cupboard somewhere. The Dreamcast was really good and I wish it hadn't failed. I like the Dreamcast more than the GameCube. Or whatever Nintendo equivalent was out at the time. Oh. Who's getting hit? Oh. Poogie 3 is consuming a boar. Oh, that's nice. He ate part of it and then brought the rest for us. He got the lion's share. Or, I guess, the panther's share. Ha 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 ha. Up to 155 meals, not too shabby. It's still a little warm outside, but it should be getting colder now. Halfway through the game's equivalent of August. I'm honestly surprised we haven't been attacked, but we did get attacked by another sieging group last time, so maybe it's going easy on us because of that. Might as well collect all this because we've got nothing else to do currently. We're just kind of ticking over because I need gold. Not to accidentally quote Gold Member. I think it's because he won't eat plant-based stuff, so maybe that's why he's ignoring most of the food. Because it's a mixture of plants and meat, half the other stuff. But I don't know. You know, to a certain extent it feels like RimWorld has been conquered outside of what I was about to say. Outside of the constant sieges and raids. Why is it always sieges now? Like, the survival part of it, this would have to get exploded by a meteor for me to starve in a winter. And I kind of wish it was just you against nature. But I said that last time. Oh, that was a good shot. In fact, that was a good enough shot that they're attacking. Chemically Rad, what are you doing? Get out of there. What on earth is he doing down there? They're going about their business, I guess. Run your little ass off. They've got lots of guns, but they're bad shots. Ooh, the slug turret shot already? You missed. There's enough of them that I might need more people. Get your stabbing claws ready, Don Tombre. Oh, he's got like body armor and shit. As I thought, going after the big turret because it's expensive and hard to make rather than going after the many people shooting him. The AI is terrible. Emerald, what are you doing, buddy? Bye. Kill. Oh, I thought I was on Don Tombre. Kill. Thank you. Who the hell are they? Oh, was that the visitors? They're still here? They're lucky the people didn't kill them. Or I'm lucky the people didn't kill them, because I'd get blamed. Anyway, you're still alive and your name is Song. You are not very good, so I will be... Well, do I really want to harvest his lungs and make everybody overly depressed because the game doesn't like you doing that? Nah. I think I'll probably just draft shells over here and give you a taste of what it's like to take a man's life. Good job. She's got a taste for it now. Everyone else is in a lot of trouble. I wish I could take that flak jacket, but the mood buff to wearing a flak jacket worn by someone else is so hilariously negative that it isn't worth the trouble. Oh, thank you for the ammunition. And the components, wow. So as I was saying, it kind of feels like because I've conquered the survival part of RimWorld, that's probably why I've not been feeling the urge to play it as much. Like those winters where we almost wiped out and just lost the colony and it came down to a single decision, that was great. The four raids in a row we had like 2 weeks ago, that wasn't good. That was boring. And I think actually, maybe chat can confirm this. Oh, of all the people who had to get injured, it's the one with the brain problem. You got a bruise from a revolver. How does that even work? Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, people who've played further, but as you start building ship components, you get attacked more and more frequently, right? He wasn't pistol whipped, it wasn't point blank. The only person who got point blank was fighting with Tombury. Unless he like chucked the gun from a distance, like it was a damn batarang or something. That lucky marine, I beg to differ. Am I right about the attacks increasing as you build the ship components? I haven't seen confirmation. If Superman is bulletproof, why does he always dodge out of the way of a thrown gun? Is this a setup to a joke? Correct. I worry that's going to leave a lingering dislike. Like we're almost winning and then it's, oh, raid, 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 raid. That doesn't seem fun to me. Minor break risk on shells. I just let you take a human life. What have you got to be sad about? Oh no, I saw a few corpses. Get over it. Depends on my storyteller and game difficulty. I'm normal game difficulty with the normal Cassandra person. Oh, hello, Shells. We were just talking about you. Your in-game persona, that is. Like, I know everybody who has a person named after them will probably want to see it through to the end, but I guess the point I'm kind of making is, are we kind of at the end of RimWorld? Because I don't even necessarily see getting off the planet as a goal. I see building a thriving colony being a far better goal. And I'm kind of happy with the colony I've created. I kept this area up here to build the ship, kinda. But that was more so just to have the game say that I'd won. But maybe we don't need that. Maybe we can just call it a win. Seven flak jackets and they'll give me 2 orbital bombardments. No thank you. Did you call someone a hamster again? No, I made you take someone's life and it made you depressed. Someone who was trying to kill us, for the record. There's a lot of questionable things that are clearly just for balance, not for common sense, that give you massive negative stats effects to your mood, when really the logic is not there for it being a thing. Like if you kill a tough enemy who was trying to murder you and you're like, oh, they have a pretty nice flak jacket. That could protect me from bullets and having myself die. But it was worn by somebody who hated me and wanted to kill me, so I feel really morally questionable about wearing it. That's just stupid. Their clothing I totally understand. Their armour makes no sense because you can use their guns without a similar taint. Hello, Artro. Yeah, there goes the flak armour.
It was worth it!
I know there's also mods on the Steam Workshop that remove the negative for wearing flak vests and stuff, because I looked into like what's the most popular ones when I was considering what we would do if we did a modded playthrough of this. And stuff like that, top of the list. Stuff that makes it like 40k and stuff that fixes silly things like that, top of the list. Thank you, Cookie Monster's second cousin, for 3 months in a row. You're now a Kaioken user in chat. They are all mentally weak. Yep. I trust Cookie Monster's opinion. I mean, who wouldn't? He likes cookies. Well, I don't think he does anymore in the show because liking cookies is bad. I didn't really see a consensus on whether we can do a happily ever after on this or not. Because I'm kind of like sitting here as well, like we've fought off a siege, we've been hunting, we've got crap tons of food, we can't progress because I don't have any gold and I don't have a means by which to get any unless a trader flies by the planet or arrives in the settlement. Can we just do a happily ever after? Because I was wondering how long I'd been playing for and it felt like an hour and a half to 2 hours. It's only been an hour. It's dragging for me. And rather than force myself to carry on and then probably get miserable about it, I'd rather leave still having a positive opinion, because RimWorld is really, really good. The late game is dragging. As is the so-called random events. Because they don't feel so random. Which type of event you get, maybe, but, well, sorry, no. The event themselves, yes, but the type of event, no. And they lived happily ever after, where all stories in the end make it a good one. Well, that's one option. Oh, hang on, we have a visitor. Do you have things to sell, or are you just chilling out as well? You're chilling out as well. The other option I had, and this is a plan B I can throw it to you, is we take our Havli... That's the guy from Dark Souls. Our happily ever after, and we say good, fine, great, save it, and then we have a colonist deathmatch to see who wins. Using the equipment and means they currently have. The colonist deathmatch needs to happen either way. Alright, well hang on, let me just produce ourselves a squared circle. A battle royale? I can't do battle royale because I can't set them to just shoot everybody. So I only have 2 people who use close combat, so Don Thornbury and Kensei are going to have to fight, but everyone else, I guess I'll do random draws. Oh, also remind me to save it once this is made. Just in case. Hello, Fire Hockey. 1v1, winner stays on. That's a good way to do it. Yeah. Well, in that case, who has the best gun? Because I guess they should have to do the most fights. It's probably Evil Vice President with his death beam plasma cannon thingy. Construction botched. Hello, Mace. I'll beat all those hamsters. Why am I building a death ring? Because we're going to pit my colonists against one another so that we can bid farewell to RimWorld. Because I feel I've done enough with this colony. And we're just spinning our wheels. Okay, so I will save. The first warm-up match is going to be Kensei versus Evil Vice President because they don't use guns. Alright, Don Tombre goes there. Kensei goes there. No, this isn't going to be a winner stays on type situation. This is just a warm-up for us to laugh at them because they don't use guns. I have to do try to arrest. And try to arrest, is that right? With close combat? Oh, God. Okay, might have to make them stand a bit further away. Wait, also. I wish I would stop doing that. Goodbye, Poogie 3. Okay, come down there. Kensei went berserk, that's why everybody turned on him. Evil Vice President goes here. Exotic good traders, they'd have gold, but I don't care. And Slash Master. Don Tombre is still alive. Yeah, it is very sad. Okay, briefly pause, and then we'll say Slash Master. And Slash Master. Thank you, Don Tombre, for the bits. You'll be back. Oof. Oh, he got him good. Evil Vice President, come on, you have both arms. This shouldn't be hard. I think Slash Master's going to take him. Yeah, he did. Alright, Slash Master stays on. Zeiss is up next. Hey, thank you for taking the body away. Time is a doorway, death is but a window, I'll be back. Alright, Slash Master, good luck. You're against someone with a brain injury, so odds are in your favor. My whole colony can't shoot for shit. Oh, okay, Slash Master is down. Not dead, but down, so he is out. Green can't get behind the cover, so I guess I'll move him here instead so he's behind cover. You have a sniper rifle and good aim. Oh, got him there. In the arm. Yeah, if they break, they lose by default. I guess I should probably make Giggles for Days. Oh, green one. Giggles for Days go next because he is low mood. Why aren't you shooting? Oh, because it's out of your range. Okay, move there. My bad. Bit unfair because you're not in cover, but... Emerald, what the hell do you think you're doing? What the... Everyone else came off of... Get down here. You leave when I say you leave. Oh, green took another one out. Lord Cyclone is next. Can that reach you? No. Hey, Evil Vice President actually lived. Piggy 3 died. Wait, how did Piggy 3 die? He was carrying bodies. Oh wait, no, he was bleeding out. Green's getting some good shots then, he's just not doing enough damage. Oh, never mind, he actually got him. Right on, good luck. Oh, I thought I paused it. My bad. Oh! Right, I got him. Can look red. Why are you moving so slow? Does he only have one leg? Headshot. Yes, you did vote RimWorld for literally months. That may have also aided things. Oh, Rad is doing very well. Who's the next lowest morale? Shills is. Good luck, Shills. 0 morale, literally, I think. I forgot to pause it again, that's unfair. Oh, you got him. He's bleeding. He's probably going to bleed out. That'd be awkward. Chemically Rad is staying on. I'm eventually going to get to the naked gun situation where they're going to be one square apart. Right, he's got an assault rifle. We haven't actually seen that in action yet, I think. Oh. Emerald takes a last minute win. I'm going to put, since he's got a sniper rifle, I'll put him up there. It's Royal Rumble format more than anything else. Hello, Noodle. They might die to starvation. Emerald wins, and he actually got a kill there. Good job, Emerald. Now then. Melee attack the Mega Sloth and pay the ultimate price. Actually, I didn't realize Evil Vice President had been successfully taken to bed. He might be the only survivor. Mega Sloth, I'm very disappointed in you. Come on, take him out. Oh no, there we go. Your Vice President just died in his bed. How are you surviving? There we go. Alright, we're done. Also, did you just hit my turret?
Wolfie Andrus now runs the colony. The wolves run the place. It's all theirs.
That is RimWorld.